Okay, let's jump straight into this. We're going to be creating our own dodge and burn action. What's the difference between the rest of the dodge and burn actions out there? I like to create 2 curves layers, so I have a little bit of room to move. So in the actions panel, create your new set, name it whatever you want it to be. I've just called it Nina's Dodge and Burn, and start recording your action. The first thing to do is to create your overall folder. There's actually going to be 2 more folders in this action, and name that action. I just call it Nina's Dodge and Burn 2 points because I've actually got one where I don't have 2 points and I've only got 1 layer, so it's the simple version. In the right, where the eye is, I mean on the left, I right click and I select a color. So when I'm looking through all my editing layers, I know that this is the dodge and burn layers. Next, I select the curves adjustment and I drag the curves down by 2 points. Now invert that, which is Command I. Name that layer, which is burn. So you're creating your burn layers now. Drag that layer down into a new layer so it duplicates it. Rename that layer. I just call it burn 1. Now we're creating the dodge layers, which is the opposite. So increase the curves. Now all these adjustments, if you've got an image and it just doesn't feel like you're getting the right results, you can adjust these points. Now rename that dodge, Command I to invert it. Rename it to dodge 1, whatever you want to call it. Now, to write the action correctly, and this is important, you need to press Alt, Shift, and the open bracket, square bracket key, and that will select the next layers. Click on the folder when those dodge and burn layers are selected. Rename them your dodge and burn layers. Next is a new layer. Fill that layer. So edit fill. This is your 50% grey layer. And to see the actual image, change it to color, which converts it to a black and white. Rename that layer your 50% grey. Now what we're doing is actually creating the helper layers. Again, another curves adjustment layer, which bring it down. This can also be, this is your adjustment. You can adjust this again if need be for different images. Don't invert this one. And again, to select the next layer down, it's Alt, Shift, and open bracket key. New folder, and call this one your helper layers. Now this is where you use the eye on the left to turn these off, or once you've completed all your dodge and burn, you can actually delete these. The next step is the most important step I find to be when I'm recording actions, and what I include in all my actions is I include the brush. So I then click on the first dodge layer, the brush in the tools panel, and then select the actual brush that I use to do dodge and burn. So when the action is complete and I press play, it actually, so you see me here, press play, it actually selects that dodge layer and I have the brush ready to go and I can start dodging and burning. I don't have to stop, find the brush, change all the opacity and the flow. It's all set up ready for me to start editing. For the purpose of the video, I think I just go a little bit crazy and increase the flow so you can see. And then I start, that was a dodge, and now start burning on the skin. And then you delete or turn off the actual helper layers. You can see I'm just doing a dodge very brightly. You don't usually work at 1%, and slowly start dodging and burning around the skin. So there you have it, how to build your own dodge and burn. Action that incorporates the brush all ready for you to start editing the image.